Thank you, Jeremy. That was amazing. So next we have a performance from the president of Verbal Mayhem. His name is Dennis Sholler.
How we doing? Is this shit too loud? Is this too loud? Cool. Look at this event that MVP threw together. Give a round of applause for MVP right now. That's beautiful. My name is Dennis. As mentioned, I'm the president of Verbal Mayhem Poetry Collective here, and recently crowned member of the 2014 Rutgers Slam Poetry Team that'll represent our university over in Cup C at the University of Colorado. So let's have fun. So I'm a spoken word poet, and one of the things that I like is a little bit of audience engagement. So if you guys hear something that you like tonight, can you snap for me? That's weak. That's real weak. Can you snap for me for real? Oh yeah, there it is. If you hear something that you like, can you clap for me too? This one's my favorite. If you hear something that you like, can you give me an ooh? Now bring that back. Ah. You guys are good at this. All right, so I'm gonna start off with a poem called Austin's Obituary. Jugular venous pressure is estimated by positioning a patient's head to a 45-degree angle. When the veins in the neck are swollen as high as the angle of the jaw, blood pressure rises. Dr. Austin Johnson slaps against the veins in his neck, thick and spongy, the swollen almost as high as the angle of his jaw. He swallows saliva and air. How our final sips of atmosphere taste so sweet. January 10th, 2012, 1:16 a.m., an NYPD dispatcher receives notice of gunshots fired in the greater Manhattan area. Austin blasts a single lead bullet into his jugular vein. It was a fatal incision. But his fate was not decided upon a misdiagnosis. The cancer that inhabited his conscience had gone undetected for too long. We are so far from knowing what our loved ones are thinking until their minds are splattered onto the pavement. December 24th, 2011, I'm staring at Austin's obituary in the last living room that I would ever see him. Kara, his 15-year-old daughter, had invited me to family occasions before, but on this Christmas Eve, the melody of joy to the world is drowned out by what she whispers into my ear. Some days, I wonder if I should follow in my father's footsteps. Kara never wanted to be a doctor. She hated blood as strongly as she hated memories. I wanted to tell her that there is no medical school that teaches students how to save their own lives, and I wish that I could unwrap her father's leftover sterile syringes, draw 20 milliliters of hope from every drip drop of ambition that I have left, tilt her head to a 45-degree angle, inject it directly into her jugular vein, and rely on the venous pressure to beat out the carbon copy apologies that diluted her conscience with every, I'm sorry, he was a good man. January 10th, 2012. My cell phone is a systolic alarm clock sending service signals down my spine. 12:46 a.m., 12:48 a.m., 12:53 a.m. Each minute brings an angel who couldn't convert Kara's telephone calls to brainwaves. I sprinted through Manhattan back alleys, down 3 blocks covered in midwinter's mist, to Kara's front porch, shimmied the doorknob, felt that it was locked, so I kicked down the door. Kara is lying peacefully atop the living room couch. Her hand is clenching the Ambien bottle that the doctor suggested for her bouts with restlessness. Austin's obituary and an empty jug of absinthe decorate the nightstand. Silence is an inaudible frequency, echoed when the sound of desperation is too loud. January 10th, 2012. At 4:27 a.m., Kara Johnson is pronounced dead. I like you guys a lot. You're fun. I'm gonna do one more. It's a little lighter. It's a poem that I performed at, just like that one, at the 2013 College Union's Poetry Slam Invitational in New York at Columbia University. It's called Frequency. The human visual field is as much versatile as it is discriminatory. Researchers claim that the brain evolved to continually redefine normality. This bears the suggestion that if you hold your hands just right, you can see just about anything. An example, her hands fit perfectly across my cheeks, her palms, paintings dangling from my brow. You can see the entire visual light spectrum through her smile. A prism, prisons. I settle for white. It is the only color soft enough to capture the I do that will leak from her lips on your wedding day. But one man's blindness is another man's rhetoric, and I have not spoken of the peaches and the apricots that bounce off of those open season cheeks at sunset, but the way that her lips cuddle the syllables tucked beneath her teeth, shielding the secrets we have never seen roll off of her tongue. She spits into the wind. Her saliva, raindrops. Her skin dangling from Andy Warhol's easel. Did you know that our brains decide every action that we're going to make more than 6 seconds before we make them? Heartbreak is seldom served on a whim. Ignorance is a salivary enzyme blended from bliss and bourbon, the way it burns the esophagus every time we choke down rejection. Put that down, Dennis. I told you to stop eating the thumbtacks. I am sorry, Mother. But I have grown too accustomed to the palatability of daggers. You will never see it coming. Like the first time that you failed an English test in 12th grade. And the teacher didn't understand that the only reason that you glanced over that girl's shoulder in the first place was so that you could remember her name after she left the room. That is not cheating! Cheating is what we nickname infidelity when we've plagiarized somebody else's right to love. But you will suck on her bottom lip when she kisses you for the first time and pray that she exhales something that resembles a wedding ceremony into your lungs. But her ring finger has grown tired of playing Cinderella with index relationships. I still like to think that every kiss is just a simple cascade of innervated muscles in the lips, and that lovers' brains are identical twins or engineers deriving a wavelength of compatibility. But scientists have yet to find the frequency for love. So I brainstormed this hypothesis that if we just stopped looking for it, we would find it after all. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.